Hey guys, Artosis here, bringing you some more of the BSL 15 Asian Championships. We are right at the end of the tournament. Right now, we are down to the top four. This is the loser bracket round 4. Both of these guys are through to the next phase of the tournament, which is the international finals. And yeah, at this point, they're playing for seeding as well as prize money. So here we have ZhanHun, and down here we have BusTerran. This is the last Terran versus the last Zerg. So whoever goes forward will play the loser of Xiao Shui and Dugu. So yeah, it should be interesting either way. We're going to have map 1 on Butter. Butter, of course, our new 2-player map. Seen some interesting games here. Lots of proxy play, of course, since it is that 2-player map. And let's see how Bus deals with this. I mean, ZhanHun has shown that he will absolutely tear you apart if you do not react perfectly to his proxy plays. In fact, I was informed that he is called the King of Cheese in China, which is kind of interesting because his macro is really great too. So, like, yeah, he plays a very aggressive game, but also has, you know, all these crazy, insane cheeses that he's very good at. Oh, that's funny. I think he looked at that and thought, oh, a scouting SCV will literally see the gateway, so he puts it actually behind the pylon. So that was actually a very poorly placed pylon, but that's okay. I mean, it's not the end of the world by any means. Now, ZhanHun goes in, steals that gas right before a Terran would take it, and now he's going to start that probe harassment. All right, let's see what Bus does. Let's see if he actually scouts back here for the gate. Yep, I think he went far enough to see if there was a gateway, and then he sees the pylon. So yeah, not the best placement that we've ever seen. Now, did Bus notice? Did he realize as he went past? Yes, he now turns around, just now glances at that minimap. So he's going to want to check if there's actually a gateway there. Nice pylon block. And now Bus has to decide, does he want to play 1 barracks? Does he want to play 2 barracks? He actually didn't start. Oh, this is insane. He's actually attacking the geyser with all the SCVs. And look, I think BusTerran's a good player. We've seen some good games out of him. This is not how you respond to a proxy gate. Like, he is losing so much mining time at this point. Like, I am actually getting pretty worried for him. His gas is not, honestly, that big of a priority. Like, if you look at how much money ZhanHun is spending here, 2 pylons, the assimilator, the proxy gate, all these things, and we're sitting here kind of supply blocked as Bus. He does have the bunker up. I like the bunker quite a bit, but it is going to be annoying to deal with these zealots. Like, seriously, he's not going to have that much firepower. He's lost and look, he still hasn't killed the assimilator, so we got to see some more SCV micro in here as well. The zealot is getting a ton of damage, and even though we don't see kills yet, you're going to see him start, right? Like, we see 1 kill going down on an SCV there. A lot of these getting low. He's having a very hard time mining. But yeah, instead of attacking the assimilator with that many SCVs, honestly, I think he should have just taken out a pylon. If he had focused on that instead, I think this would be a much better position for him. But as we see that SCV count starting to fall a bit, now he's below ZhanHun as far as workers go, and that is not where you want to be at in one of these situations. One of the most important things is retaining that SCV advantage. Now, we're finally going to get rid of one of the pylons, but this zealot still dealing a lot of damage here in the back. The bottom depot taking a huge amount of hits as well. Really needs to vacate this bunker and chase those zealots away, seriously. This zealot gets on top of the marine in the mineral line. Going to chase this one back as well. And another zealot coming in, but like, he can actually just target that down. There's enough Marines at this point that it's not actually hard to deal with 2 zealots anymore. But look at the amount of damage he took. It's 20 probes to 13 SCVs. And really the number should look very different. Like, if you focus all the right things and on the right, like, doing the right thing here, instead of like taking 5 SCVs and attacking a assimilator, you attack the pylons, because the pylons make the SCVs go behind, and that's where most of the kills were gotten by the zealots as well. So some big issues there. And ZhanHun has gotten enough damage that this looks terrible now. Look at this, a 7-worker advantage. Senki Gateway is finishing up. The Cybernetics Core is already out here, and as he starts adding in Dragoons and then range, what are you to do, right? Like, Dragoon range right now is about a third of the way done, so it's like 60 seconds till he has it. That's way ahead of Siege Mode. Way ahead of Siege Mode. So, yeah, a difficult situation, to say the least. Now, he loads up the bunker. This is a lot of firepower. But ZhanHun certainly will wait until he has that range upgrade. Looks like he wants to take a Nexus as well. There it goes down. And now we just kind of wait for Bus and see what he wants to do. Oh, wow. That is absolutely not what I expected. He makes a Vulture right away. So I think what the Vulture is going to be intended for is to immediately leave and go around, right? And kind of threaten to harass. Because he already has an SCV in this base. So it's not like necessarily a scouting Vulture, but if you can threaten and make them keep a goon back, the Vulture is basically paid for itself. So the Vulture runs around, and we'll see if ZhanHun does play it safe. I would be very surprised if he does not. Like, you do not want a Vulture to just run in and ruin your mineral line. So a little bit of pressure onto this depot. The 2-fact follow-up here from Bus, definitely going very, very, very all in. Does not want to play this game out, and I mean, I understand that to a certain degree because it was such a hard opener, and he did get so far behind. But it's hard to imagine him actually having enough units to really push through and get a kill. Now, notice how there is a single Dragoon waiting at home. He might even keep the second as well. We'll see about that. But, you know, that Vulture, it is doing its job. So kind of a cool Vulture there from Bus. All right, 3 now on the bunker. Siege tank coming out. It's 3 Dragoons, so it's still pretty safe. 4th Dragoon comes in. Okay, he is going to go for it now. Look at this. Sending in absolutely everything. And he actually opts to tank with the Zealots and run in and pick off an SCV. Not what I was expecting, that's for sure. Now, Siege Mode is on the way. A couple Siege tanks as well. So be careful with that tank. You cannot be losing a tank here when you're going to be doing a 2-factory all-in. Shuttle is coming up. Reaver Tech as well, which is going to be a perfect counter against a Marine-heavy 2-factory like this. All right, the Marine's coming out. Time for him to push. Bus, this is his one chance to take this game right now. ZhanHun, though, very solid micro so far, and you can see he... Like, I mean, there wasn't that much micro. He did it well, but instantly pushes his back. And this is what I was kind of talking about, where it's hard to imagine a world after that opening where he's going to have enough units to actually go across and win. And in fact, he doesn't even have enough units to hold on to ZhanHun attacking into his fortified position. So this is game. There, like, you could have 5 flashes on Team Melee controlling Bus's position, and ZhanHun will beat the 5 flashes every single time. 1,000 times in a row. This is actually impossible. Like, look, he's down 17 workers. It's almost double the worker count. 2 bases, better tech, better production. There's, like, no units. There's no anti-air. Look, he's making an engineering bay. This is... Okay, so we've seen a lot of games in the Asian Championships where the Chinese pros will not leave the game no matter how far behind they are. But I think we've just hit a new record. This is truly impressive that he is actually staying in this game, because this is like less than 0% to win. Like, here we go. Look, he's going to kill all of the units in the front while walking through mines into siege tanks while Reaver dropping the main. And in fact, all of ZhanHun's units could blow up right now and he would still be so far ahead. Okay, that's it. GG. ZhanHun wins game 1.